muscle tight, early light, cleanse down jaw. Say my name or say it twice. Shed this layer of overthinking. Oh, I don't wanna be less than I can be. Waterfalls wash me. The wicked drowning water, let go, wicked water. Wicked drowning water. I don't wanna be less than I can be. Waterfalls wash me and cleanse me. The wicked drowning water, let go, wicked water. Wicked drowning water. Let's go on the longest journey far away. See elephant out in the wild. Forget every word we've ever known. Sunrise, sunset, hopes and dreams and regret. Now it's all the same. Call me out from my shadow self. It's time, I can tell. I don't wanna be less than I can be. Waterfalls wash me. The wicked drowning water, let go, wicked water. Wicked drowning water. I don't wanna be less than I can be. Waterfalls wash me and cleanse me. The wicked drowning water, let go, wicked water. Wicked drowning water. We're not gonna wait, not gonna waste our time. We're not gonna stress, not gonna make a mess. Oh, no, I don't wanna be less than I can be. The waterfalls wash me. The wicked drowning water, let go, wicked water. You wicked drowning water. I don't wanna be less than I can be. Waterfalls wash me and cleanse me. The wicked drowning water, let go, wicked water.
The way it was, the way it is, doesn't necessarily have to be the way forward. You are not trapped. Renew your thoughts. Renew your thoughts. That's what we're going to do today. Renew your thoughts about your body, your flexibility, your mobility, your inner calmness, and your inner peace. First, by stilling your mind and letting your body unwind. Be still to renew, to get a fresh start. And this is the place to do it. And we're going to do it today. Hi, my name is Jan. This is Piper. Here goes Piper. And this is your Yoga from Home. This is 316 Yoga, where we have every day live a 1 hour practice. You can check it out later on the recordings too on Facebook or YouTube. But we're here live, start to finish, 1 hour every single day. And every day, every practice is different. Today's practice is restorative. I think sometimes this is the hardest practice because you have to still your mind. And that's really, really hard. But just try. And as you try, as the bottom of the screen says, do what is right in your body. The one and only you. Protect it. Your body is a temple. Let it be protected by you. Don't do anything that hurts. If it hurts, back out of it. Don't do it. If it's uncomfortable, maybe just breathe through it. Get your mind out of the practice and just let your body unwind. And, don't overthink it. It's just yoga. Be still and let the body work its magic. Right, Piper? Okay. All right, the word to think about today is stillness. Stillness means the absence of motion. And really try to do that today. Try to come to perfect stillness. So settle into a pose, get comfortable, focus on your breath, and just lie around. Just lying around. It really does work in a practice like this. All right, so props. You're going to need 2 blocks, 2 yoga blocks, and a bolster or a big thick pillow from your sofa. So a bolster is great because it's really, really strong and supportive. Set up your bolster and your blocks in an L shape. Put the blocks in an L shape and place the bolster on top of it. I'll show you it in just a second. Also have your little eye shade and your towel handy. Use it whenever you want. Cover your eyes. Just block the world out and focus inward to find your peace. Blanket, you want to have one of those. Some water, and be near a wall so we can finish in everybody's favorite pose, legs up the wall. All right, so set up your props, and come on down to your mat, and let's lock in a stress number. So your stress number is on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10, however you're feeling in your body today. Like in the doctor's office, that little smiley face scale, from frowny face to smiley face. Where are you on that scale? All right, set up your bolsters and your blocks. So the blocks are in an L shape. Place your bolster on top of it, and we're going to come into this. Several of you said you want to work on the back and the chest, opening them up. So let's come to sit. Place your legs around the bolster. Maybe you use your blanket and have a seat on it. Legs can be long, little bend in them. That feels good. And if you have extra blocks, you can slip them under your knees if that feels better, or extra blankets under your knees, whatever feels good. And let's scoot up next to the bolster and recline onto the bolster here. All right, so your bolster is angled. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a big breath out through your mouth, and let your chest come closer to the bolster. Relax here, rest here, bring the chest down, bring maybe the forehead down, and be at peace. Arms wherever feels most comfortable for you. Quiet your mind. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Settle in and be comfortable. Union, the coming together of your body, your mind, and your spirit. Big breath in through your nose, and big breath out through your mouth as you sigh it out and let it go. And after some big breaths in and out, in through the nose and out through the mouth, maybe you close your mouth and breathe in and out of your nose only. Get comfortable and find your rest. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Imagine the tension in the body dissolving. Don't hold on, just let go. Soften in your jaws. Soften in your face. No thoughts, let them go. No tension in your body, let it go. And just breathe. Stillness and breath. Let your belly hollow out on your exhales, sending your navel more back to your spine, allowing your chest to melt into your bolster just a little bit more. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Maybe this is just beginning to feel really good to you here. So allow yourself to stay here if this feels really good right now. You're not going to miss anything. You're benefiting so greatly by listening to your body. If you'd like to move on to the next pose, there's not a whole lot of movement. We're just going to turn around and allow our spine to be supported on this setup. So you decide, do you stay here or do you want to turn around? Maybe you can keep your eyes closed as you slowly come out of this pose, bringing your shoulders up over your hips. bring one leg around over the bolster and come on to recline on this setup. You know, you're not stuck. You're not stuck, and you don't have to stay where you are. Stop doing the same old things that aren't working for you. Break free and renew yourself. All right, so come to recline here. Your bottom is on the mat still. Now you're reclining here with the chest open up toward the sky. You can cover your eyes with your eye shade and maybe even cover yourself with the blanket. Open it up or however you like. Your bottom is supported on the earth. Hug this bolster with your shoulders. Just kind of pull your shoulders on back. And breathe right here. Arms down by your sides with your palms face up, however is comfortable for you. If the legs, you don't like them long today, maybe bend your knees. You can have the soles of your feet on your mat, or open up your knees to the sides of your mat, letting the soles of your feet touch. If you have other blocks or your other blankets, you could put them under your knees for support if you'd like that. You decide what feels right for you right now. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Shoulders away from your ears. And just breathe deeply in stillness. Deepen your breath. Chest is open and shoulders are relaxed. Big breaths in and big breaths out. Perhaps this is just what you need today, right here, right now. So stay here. Stay here for the rest of the practice if you like. I'm going to move into a pretty big twist on my bolster. If you would like to do that, join me now by slowly bringing your knees and legs back to the midline of the body from whichever variation you're in. Send them long, nice and slowly. Just enjoy the slow movements. Big breath in, big breath out. Roll off of your bolster to one side or the other. Then remove your blocks from beneath the bolster. Bring the bolster flat onto your mat and scoot one hip. I'm going to scoot my right hip up closer to the bolster. Knees are bent and both going in the same direction. Come on down and bring your chest down to your bolster. So there's the big twist, but it's about to get even bigger. So your knees are on one side, your hip is down right up next to the bottom of the bolster. Turn your chest so your chest is on the bolster. You can start in this pose with your head directly on the bolster, but I'm going to turn my neck in the opposite direction to which the knees are going. So maybe you'd like to do the same. We're going to be here for 3 minutes. So my knees are to the right. I'm going to bring my left cheek onto my bolster, perhaps eventually, maybe chin on the bolster, and then turn the head whenever you're ready. Arms wherever feel comfortable for you. Maybe it's the cheek on the mat. Maybe it's the ear on the mat. Whatever it is, find your perfect little place of stillness and rest here. And don't feel trapped. You can move if you need to. You can adjust even more to get comfortable or perhaps intensify the pose. And then come to stillness. Don't sweat it. It's just yoga. It's just your yoga. You're finding what is really comfortable for you. Letting the mind go to allow the body to unwind on its own without your mind stopping it, interfering, without your mind imposing that doubt on what you can do. Chest is heavy, head is heavy. Just relax. Let it go. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And let's switch sides. So just gently bring your head back to midline. And let your knees fall to the other side. So you can just kind of almost roll over. Let your knees fall to the opposite side. And bring your chest down to your bolster. Settle in here. Head to the bolster, or turn your head in the opposite direction from which your knees are going. Eyes close, jaws relax, shoulders relax away from the ears. Chest comfortably on your bolster, head comfortably turned and resting. Soften your jaws. Let the entire weight of your torso fall onto your bolster. Let it go. Take a deep breath in and a deep, slow breath out. Let's come into Pentacle pose just to reset. So press on up just a little bit off your bolster, scoot it aside, come down onto your back, and come into that Pentacle pose. Pentacle pose, remember this one? This is where you look like a big capital letter X. Arms and legs extend long into all four corners of your room. Let it go. That was a big twist. Just let it go and be at peace. Everything is neutral here. Back at the midline, at peace, no tension. Pinky toes fall toward the edges of your mat. And all that's moving is your belly with big breaths in and big breaths out. If your jaws are clenched, create some space for your teeth. If you feel that your brow is furrowed, let it go. Soften in your face. Breathe in, breathe out. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. If your pentacle is speaking to you today, stay right here and breathe. Keep the thoughts away and just enjoy the pose. I'm going to move into my hips with a shoelace pose, which we did yesterday, but we're going to hold it longer today. If you'd like to get into the hips, join me as we bring our legs back to the midline of our body, arms slowly down by our sides. Even that transition is fun. And then press on up, however is comfortable for you, to a seated position. So for shoelace pose, it isn't for everybody, but take it in little pieces. Maybe you would like to come to sit on your blanket. Kind of just sit on the edge of the blanket. Kind of tips you forward a little bit more. Bring your bolster, maybe your blocks as well, to the front. Bend your knees as best you can. Maybe bring one heel to the back of the opposite hip, then the other leg on top. Stack your knees as best you can, working the heels back to the opposite hip. Now, lots of ways to do this. You can stay seated right here, no props at all. You can bring your bolster onto your thighs. Maybe you bring the bolster in front of you and rest your head on it. Find what's comfortable in your hips. It's a big stretch for the hips, but it lets the tension in the hips go. Builds the tension first, but then it lets it go. So we're going to stay for 3 minutes on each side, but you fix this, do it so it's right for you, where it doesn't hurt, but you feel the goodness that the pose is bringing you. Set it up however works best for you. Lengthen up through your spine, and then rest in your mind. Stop doing the same old things that don't work for you. Break through, break free, and find a new you. It's never too late to recreate. As you breathe in, let your spine be long. And as you breathe out, allow yourself to rest, perhaps more forward. Get your mind out of the way. I think a lot of times, especially in the hips where we hold so much tension, it's mental. Your mind is keeping the hips tight. Let go of the mind and let the body go where it can on its own without the restrictions of the mind. How many times does our mind hold us back? Let it go and see what happens. So how is this feeling for you? How does it feel now compared to when you first came into the pose? Maybe this is feeling really good and you're discovering that you're breaking through barriers. If you want to stay here longer, that's fine. Just be sure to give the other side equal time. Take one more big breath in. And your big breath out. And then slowly make your way back to the starting position of the shoulders over the hips. Other side. Whichever leg you had on the top, bring it on the bottom, and vice versa. So, I don't know how deeply you're taking this. You do what feels best for you. But just try. It's all anybody can ever ask, right? Is just try. Maybe the bolster starts off on your legs. Maybe you stay right here. Breathe deeply and let your hips rest. Most of us have such tight hips. Let it go. Move your body in ways you don't usually move it. Find your fullest range of motion and feel good. Unclench your teeth if your jaws are touching. Remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let your shoulders soften. Find your level of comfort in the pose and let go. Deep breath in. Let it go with a sigh. Maybe you want to stay here a little bit longer. It's your choice. How does it feel in the hips? I'm going to press on up and come to a pentacle pose if you want to do that. So slowly enjoy the uncurling of the legs, letting the hips go, and come back to that pentacle pose, that neutral pose. Legs go long on your mat. Arms go high and long overhead. Just enjoy the getting here. Oh, let the hips relax. Breathe. Heels to the edges of your mat. Pinky toes drop out. Arms high overhead. All the tension in your hips is gone. Breathe. No thoughts. Try to have no thoughts. Come back to just your breath. With the stale air and in with the new, with the fresh. That can be said about a lot of things in our lives. Out with the old, let it go, it doesn't serve you anymore. And in with the new, the fresh, refresh, start over, begin again. Maybe you need to stay here in this pentacle pose and reset. I'm going to come into a legs up the wall pose. It's our next to last pose of the entire practice. So legs up the wall to final shavasana. You decide how you want to use this time. If you want to join me in legs up the wall, bring your arms heavily, slowly down by your side and your legs back to the midline of your body. Press on up and make your way to your wall. So bring whatever you like for your variation of legs up the wall. You know what you could do too? Is if you don't have a spare wall nearby, you could scoot up next to a chair and place your calves on the seat of the chair, and that's a real nice variation of legs up the wall as well. I'm going to bring my blanket up next to the wall, just so it'll feel good on my low back, and I'm going to bring my bolster and my eye shade. Eye shade to cover the eyes if that feels good, and I'm going to use the bolster on my feet to keep my tailbone down. All right, so scoot up next to the wall. You can have nothing at all, too. Scoot one hip up next to your wall, and then bring your legs long and swing them on up the wall. Bring your heels to the wall, and you don't want to be at a perfect 90-degree angle. You want your bottom a little bit away from the wall. Legs are lifted. Draw your toes towards your shins so it's your heels in the wall, and you can stay right here. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Feels really good. There are leg variations you can take. Maybe this is a little tense on the low back, so you might want to bend your knees and let the soles of your feet be on your wall. Another variation is like we did earlier. You can bring the soles of your feet to touch and open up your knees. Or open your legs up nice and straight and open them up on the wall. So you do what feels good to you. As I said, I'm going to take my bolster today. I'm going to work it up onto my feet. Bring it onto the soles of your feet and send it on high up to the sky. As you do this, let the weight feel good on the feet. Imagine this weight pushing your tailbone, the tip of your tailbone, down onto your earth. Subtle little movement, but it feels really good. Arms however you like, maybe teed out or down by your sides. Heartbeat to one hand, belly breath to the other. Or maybe you like arms overhead. You choose what you need today. This is going to be about a 7-minute pose or longer if that's what you like. Breathe and be at peace. Deepen your breath and soften your shoulders even more. Tailbone is planted on the earth. Move it just a little bit more subtly, like you do in cat-cow. Bring the tailbone down. Find length in your spine. Find softness in your face, in your jaws, in your shoulders. And just be. Nowhere to go. Don't rush. Don't worry. Just breathe for you. Just for you. Soften your face, the area between your eyebrows, soften there. Imagine your ears going back to the mat a little bit more. breathe more deeply and focus only on the breath. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Only you can calm and renew yourself. And you do that with your breath and not thinking thoughts, just breathing in the moment. Become aware of not only your breath, but the temperature of the room around you, the feel of the mat beneath your shoulders, supporting your back. Just be aware of the here and the now. If you would like to stay here in your legs up the wall pose, or whichever pose you're in, feel free to do so. Let any expectation or judgment or worry about where you should be, let it go. If this speaks to you, this is the right pose. I'm going to come off the wall and come into a final shavasana pose. We've got less than 10 minutes left of our practice, so you decide how you want to use your time. I'm going to bring my arms down by my sides, bend my knees and work my bolster down. I'm going to come off of the wall by sending my legs in one direction and pressing on up and making the way back to the mat. Final shavasana, you can come to fully reclined on your mat if that's what you like. I'm going to use the bolster today underneath my knees. Cover up with the blanket however you like it, using your eye shade or your towel. Cover up here as well. Come to recline. Have a lot of contact with the earth. It's your foundation. It's the solid earth beneath you. Come in contact with it. Wiggle your shoulders. Get comfortable. Arms down by your sides, either palms face up to refresh and renew, and just be ready to capture new possibilities that will come your way. If you prefer being more grounded and rested in the earth, place your palms face down. Wherever you are, get comfortable and just enjoy this moment. It'll never come again. Make the most of it. Deep breath, soft body, released tension, and just breath. I've set a timer for 5 minutes. Please don't leave. Stay right where you are and enjoy this moment. You deserve this time to yourself. I'll let you know when the 5 minutes is up. Perfect stillness, perfect you. Breathe in to refresh. Breathe out to let go of that which doesn't serve you anymore. Nothing wrong with letting go. You gotta make space for new things. Big breath in and big breath out. Take a deep breath in. Refresh, renew, and let go of the stale, the old, the stagnant. Breathe it out, sigh it out, let it go. If you can stay longer, go for it. If it's time for you to conclude your practice and go do some new exciting things, let's start to move our fingers and our toes. Circle the motion up into your wrists and your ankles. Be renewed by your spirit. Lift your arms high up. Stretch it out because you can. Yes, you can. Big breath in. Sighing breath out. Roll onto one hip or the other. Don't do the same one all the time. Roll onto the other hip maybe. Bend your low arm and use that arm as a pillow for your head. Soften in the top shoulder. Breathe. Be renewed. Be refreshed. Who doesn't want to be renewed and refreshed? Let go of the old. Make space for the new. As you're ready, slowly press on up to a comfortable seated position. You've got space in your hips. You've got an open chest. A really good feeling back. Let it go. You are renewed. You are ready to take on your day. Bring your hands to prayer center. Bring your thumbs into your chest. Lengthen up because you can, and you can do it oh so well. Lengthen up through the crown of your head, and as you exhale, soften in your shoulders. Let them feel good. Soften in your hips. Let them feel great as you root into the foundation of the earth. Slowly, gently blink your eyes open. You are in control. How do you feel now? You took a stress number in the beginning. What is that stress number now? The way it was doesn't mean it has to be the way it is or the way it will be. Continue to grow. You are not trapped. Continue to grow. Continue to renew your thoughts and your spirit. Let your yoga help you do that. Hello to Esther and Tammy, Stan, Mary Jo, Liz, Karen, Barbara, Tina, Elizabeth, Roger, Kelly, Tim. I'm glad that you're here. All right, so go forth and do good things. How do you feel in your body? Just think for a minute. How did the yoga make you feel? When you get up off of your mat, how does your yoga make you feel? Come back every single day. You'll feel good because of your yoga. Stick with it. Don't give up. Tell your friends about it. And we'll see you on your mat tomorrow for a very challenging practice. As we use our hand weights, we use the ball, and we use our sliders tomorrow. So come back, challenge yourself, and have some fun. It is Friday after all. Take a break. Enjoy your day. And I'll see you on your mat tomorrow. Namaste. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Goodbye. Hey, Piper. Hey, Piper. Are you restored? Hey, come here. Hey, Piper. Hey, Piper. Come on. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Go for a walk. Have a good day. It's almost summer. It's a new month. And which camp are you going to be in? Are you going to be in the I can't do it camp? Or are you going to be in the I will try camp? Be in the I will try camp because you can do this. You can do this yoga. Do it every day. Challenge yourself this month. New challenges I'm going to be bringing to you, to your home, to your mat. Challenge yourself and do it every single day this month. Tell your friends about our yoga. They can join us too from the privacy of their own home, either live or recorded on Facebook or on YouTube. Lots of options. It's all free for anybody and everybody. No catches. Just show up and do the yoga. Tell yourself, I can do it. You can support our broadcast if you'd like. It's at you can check out our website. It's at www.316yoga.com. See you on your mat and tell your friends to come too. See you on your mat tomorrow. You can do it.